Hi, welcome back to the Blind LP of Eagle Eye Mysteries in London. Today we're going to do the case of the Frankenstein fraud. So we'll begin. You will hear some birds in the background because it's still quite early in the day. No, it's not that early. It's just the birds haven't gone to sleep yet. Jake, my friend Dorothea rang me from the Phaeton Club. You think you and Starkaze gamer? Oh my god, he addressed me by my full name. Come on man, we're friends now, right? You think you and Starkaze gamer could shoot by there and help her out? Sure Nigel, I suppose so. What's up? Don't know. She blurted something about Frankenstein, you know, the big ugly bloke with the bolts in his neck. She was all whipped up about it. I believe Frankenstein does not refer to the monster itself actually, right? It refers... yeah, okay, fine, Jake, you do the work. Actually, Nigel, Frankenstein isn't the name of the monster. It's the name of the doctor who makes the monster come alive. You know, the guy who goes, "It's alive, it's alive." That's Dr. Frankenstein. The monster is just the monster. See? I should have known you'd know all about it, Jake. Why? Well, me too. Me too. Why don't you go with Starkaze to see what's up with Dorothea? Sure thing, Nigel. Come on, Starkaze, let's go. Okay. You take the credit for it then. Oh, there's a lot of birds chirping right now. Don't worry, I guess it adds to the background sound of the neighborhood. Phaeton Club. Alright. I forgot her voice. Thanks so much for coming. You two just seem so bright and I just had to know. If it was true and I didn't buy it, I'd never forgive myself. Whoa, Dorothea, take a deep breath or two, then slowly tell Starkaze and me what the heck you're talking about. Sorry, you see, they're selling off these old books. She was talking about a book. Okay, and there's a book here I think may be an original. The original Frankenstein. Could be. Frankenstein was a book, you know, before they made it into a movie. Okay. I have to figure out if I should buy this book. It costs £10, which is all the money I have. But if you think it's really authentic, I'll spend it all. And that would be fun. Books, you know. Wow, £10. That's like $15, Starkaze. That's a lot of money for an old book, Dorothea. Maybe Starkaze and I should take a look at it first. Yeah. Would you? That would be so ace. Maybe you could talk to the other kids and see if they think it's real or what. Oh dear, there's a lot of kids. After that, we can hop over to the British Library. Great idea. The British Museum's library is the only place nearby where you can find out if the book is authentic. With hours and hours of research, that is. That's it. Come on, Starkaze. Let's check it out. Oh my god, that's a lot. That's a lot of people. Okay, let's talk with the girls. I've never seen you. Have I? Listen to this. It was a dark and stormy night, and the rain, which had been seemingly falling for hours on end, had turned the avenue to one long dark dam and dismal bog. Have you ever read such rubbish? That one takes a biscuit. It's no wonder some of these books have been lost for 100 years. Some of them need to be lost for another 100. That's not nice. Have you two found any books that are any good? Ah, there's one here filled with little poems about motor cars. I think my brother would just love it. But that's about it. But that's about all. I think I may buy one or two of the ones written by women. How about that Frankenstein one? I look at it, but I can't find the author's name anywhere. I think that's peculiar. Anyway, Dorothea seems to have claimed it. It's in her pile of books to buy. Yeah. Something about the author. The author was female, right? I think. Hey Gordon, found any books you like? I have no idea whose voice I just used. Hey Gordon, found any books you like? Wood? Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading. I'm still looking at the first book I picked up. I don't know about any of the others. I think I shall buy this book. It's all about the castles of Spain. Quite fascinating, really, how they differ from English castles. Did you happen to get a look at that old copy of Frankenstein? That's supposed to be a pretty good story. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of distracted by my phone messages. That one did look fairly popular. Dorothea got a death grip on it first time she saw it, and I noticed Rebecca and Grief eyeing it over her shoulder too. I suspect Rebecca wanted to see if it would be better than the movie. What, isn't it? How a book can sometimes be so much better than a movie based on it. Actually, I think the originals are always better than the adaptations or the live actions and stuff. It's just better. For example, Howl's Moving Castle. Okay, Howl's Moving Castle is by Diana Wynne Jones, and it's a really great book. I was a fan of her for a long time. And Studio Ghibli is another great animation company, and I was a fan of that for a very long time too. But I would look at it as two different stories, because the movie is not, it doesn't really show the stuff the books show. It's just two different great stories. But I really love the book. I love the movie too, of course. And Greaves always got his eye out for really ancient looking books. He fancies he might one day find a rare old edition that's worth a fortune. I recommend Howl's Moving Castle, the book, for those who only watch the movie. It's a great movie, but you really should read the book. Howl is fantastic in there. Fantastic. The Phaeton Club found this locker full of dusty old books, see? And they thought they'd sell them to the young people in the area. They want to get the kiddos to read, that's the deal. They asked me if I'd host the sale. I says, yeah, sure. All the money goes to charity, you know, to programs that help teach people how to read. That's great. That is great. I wish they'd give adults a shot at these books. There's a really fine little volume of Victorian poems I'd love to have. Then buy it? Well, you'll have to wait your turn, officer. After all, the law is law. Today only kids buy these books, and these kids are the first to arrive. That's a pity, because I would think you would want to get anyone to buy books. Anyone. It's for charity after all. Kelly and Rebecca are both tennis champions, remember, Sakaze? I think Kelly is really nice. Oh, do you know? Let's see what it is they're talking about. Oh, this is Kelly? I don't remember her voice, I don't remember her, but I guess I'm supposed to remember her. It's a lovely book, but not what I'd choose to spend my raties on. Let's go shopping at Covent Garden. A brilliant idea, Kelly, except that I've got to dash errands to run, you know. Come on, Bex. I know your mom. I know your mom just gave you loads of dosh for new tennis shoes. The ones you're wearing today are quite worn through. I need some as well. All that running about while playing tennis wears them out so quickly. Sorry, Cal. I've really got to fly. My dad asked me to help him out at his shop on Queen Street today. Maybe later, Kay? Oh, Sakaze and Jake. Good to see you. I was just on my way out. But you're still there. Oh, these two. Let's go with her. Okay, it's not her. Okay, there is no author's name. This is probably important. I'm flipping through some of the pages. It does seem to be the story of Frankenstein, where a guy makes a monster comes to life. But why doesn't it tell us who wrote it? It may be some kind of fake Stakazi. No, you see, it's because it was a woman, and at that time the woman authors aren't really recognized, something like that. I feel like I've read that recently. When we're done here, we can find out the truth at the British Library. Sure. You. Hey, you're Jackie Girl, right? And Stakazi Gamer? Which book do you think I should get? I can't decide between this one about Africa or this one about cricket. Take the one about Africa because I have no interest in cricket. Oh, good. Jake is the same. Well, I'm not too hot on cricket, Grief. When I go to the games, I still can't really figure out what's going on. What's the one about Africa like? It's written by this explorer about 100 years ago, I guess, and he talks about wandering in the jungle and meeting the kings of African tribes. That sounds cool. Take that. Sounds pretty cool, Grief. Did you see that book about Frankenstein? Yeah, it seems cool, but Dorothy's got the tips on that one. Actually, I think I'll get this book over here. It's all about Roger Bannister, the guy who ran the first 4-minute mile. What? I'm a runner myself, you see. Got a pretty decent strike too. My mom says it's because I got such great big feet. Wow, no offense, Grief, but you really do have big feet. Oh my god, Jake. Hush. Even for a guy. All the better to run with, mate. Now, if I move my big feet quick enough, I'll be able to make it to the oval cricket ground in time for the match. Okay, go. Oh, this too. Hey guys, see anything you like at the book sale? Ha, not terribly likely. Dreary tomes, every one of them. Musty in the sea, worse than my mom's. Trivial. Diabolical. Appalling. Poppycock. Shall we off to the match, then? Righto. As soon as I finish looking over this grimy old copy of Treasure Island Pirates. See, you're still reading it. Can't get enough of them. Real, that'll give me a chance to polish off this old iron Fleming that James Bond always has me gobsmacked. 007 rules. Oh god, you guys. Seriously, you are reading it. British Museum. Oh, it's good. It's Mr. Snit. One thing I don't like so much about London is the rain. That little shower on the way over here nearly drenched me. I like rain. Thank heavens for brollies. What's brollies? What's brollies? I need to search that out later. Well, Stakazi, I hope Mr. Snit is in a good mood today. His help in a fact search can make all the difference. Hey, excuse me. Did you just say hey to Mr. Snit? Hey, excuse us, Mr. Snit. We need to do some research about Frankenstein. Well, luckily for you, I have already pulled out... Wait, how did he know? Oh, is it just a coincidence? I hope so. That would be so weird if he knew beforehand. And he's like, oh yes, these kids are coming and I'm getting these books ready for them. Well, luckily for you, I've already pulled out all the books about Mary Shelley. And the young lady who requested them has just left. Oh, okay, fine, alright. I didn't read ahead. Here they are. That sounds like Jennifer. I know you guys are twins, right? But still, I feel like that was Jennifer. That's a lucky coincidence. Mary Shelley? Is she the one who wrote Frankenstein? Yes. Now, if you excuse me, I must be about my business. Oh, we didn't get to hear any of his snighting remarks. Oh. Prometheus. What does that mean? What does that name mean, Stakazi? Let's look it up in the dictionary. Here it is. For a moment I thought it was going to make me answer. It's the name of a guy who, from the old Greek myths. He's the one who stole fire from the gods and brought it down for humans to use. How can we find out more about Prometheus? Oh my god, that bird needs to chill. Could you hear that? I bet you can. Alright. How can we find out more about Prometheus? Let's check out about the books in the reference section and see what we find. Which book would be able to tell us more about the Greek legend of Prometheus? I actually want to check them all out, but I'm pretty sure it's Greek mythology, so... Good choice. The story of Prometheus is a myth, which means he never really existed, so we'd never find him in a history book, but only in a book of about myths. Yeah. According to the myth, he's the one who started human civilization. But the gods were angry that he gave humans the power of fire and punished him. That's why Frankenstein is the modern Prometheus. Like Prometheus, he brought her powerful knowledge into the world. Really? You know, I've never read the book or watched the movie, you know? I just know the figure of the monster. And like Prometheus, he was punished for doing it. Kind of knowledge. Bringing things to life? Sure enough, Starkaze, all these books say Mary Shelley began to write the classic Frankenstein or the modern Prometheus in 1816. Wow. She was only 19 years old at the time. Wow. Here, listen to how she says she wrote the story. This would be crucial. I was staying in Italy with my husband and some friends. To entertain ourselves, after dinner we would tell each other horror stories, but I couldn't think of any good ones until one night I had a dream. In my dream, a man named Frankenstein discovers how to use science to make a dead body come back to life. Wow. But although Mr. Victor Frankenstein learned how to create life, he didn't think ahead. He didn't know how to control the thing he created, and it eventually destroyed everything he loved. Oh. Frankenstein was one of the first modern stories to warn people how scientific progress could turn to disaster if not wisely controlled. That's a good lesson, even for nowadays. But wait, there's a note here about the story. In order to get her story published, Mary Shelley submitted it anonymously. That means she didn't sign her name to it. Okay. After 12 years, the story became a sensation. It was... Oh, is he reading from the book? It was only then that Mary Shelley could get it published under her own name. Her book is still 12 years after. Okay. Her book is still immensely popular today. I guess in those days, women weren't supposed to be writing books and stuff, but Mary Shelley didn't pay any attention to that at all. There's our answer, Starkaze. That old book is one of the earliest editions of Frankenstein. It might be worth a lot of money. Let's get back and tell Dorothea right away. I don't think so. You need to check which edition it is. Is it like the original or the 12 years later? That's very important. Oh my goodness, I didn't see it doing this before. It's like, it's now available again. Did you see that? The location is available again. Oh, it's different now. I thought those guys are supposed to go for a game or something, but no, they're still here. No. Dorothea, good news. Looks like you found a real treasure. That copy of Frankenstein may very well be one of the first copies ever printed. Good news for Frankenstein maybe, but not for me. What? It's been stolen right out from under my nose. What? Stolen? By how? By whom? By the Frankenstein monster himself. What are you talking about? Tell. I was waiting for you two to come back from the library when someone dashed in and grabbed the book. What? Aren't you supposed to sell it? I mean, aren't you supposed to buy it first? I couldn't tell who they were because they were hiding a hideous mask over their face. A Frankenstein mask. P.C. Budbrook took off after the thief, but whoever it was, he or she was a terribly fast runner. I bet it got clean away. Uh-oh. We know who that is. We found out that that book was authentic, Dorothea. It's probably worth a lot of money. I guess so, Jake. Why else would someone bother to steal it? He or she knew exactly where to find it too. Snatch it right out of my piles of books. Really? There's a clear clue, Dorothea. Whoever dashed in and stole the book must have been here earlier and seen where you put it. The thief must have gone somewhere to find out that it really was valuable, got into disguise, then came back and grabbed the book. Yoshi knew that you already had dibs on it, so they just stole it right out from in front of you. This is getting interesting. It's like development. It's not just a thingy where we just know what happens from the beginning. It's a development, a twist in the story. Well, let's see. Only 4 people have been here and then left. Griff Jones, Kelly Apgood, Rebecca Locke, and that new girl. No wonder I've never seen you before. Grace White is a new girl. One of them must be the thief. Okay. What I don't get is why anyone would steal it in the first place. It was just a silly old book. Not just any old book, Nat. At the British Library, we found out that it was probably an original early edition. That means it could be quite valuable. Really? And Dorothy spotted it right away? Good for her. That must be why she got so cagey when anyone else wanted to have a look at it. Actually, no, she wasn't sure. But how on earth did anyone else find out that the book was valuable? The British Library is the only place I can think of where you could find that out for sure. Oh, a girl requested for it. Oh, what? Oh, this is getting deep. Well, that's one cheeky bloke, eh? Nicked that book right under Officer Brooks' nose. Must have been a pretty desperate chap to do that. Pretty fast runner too. Nipped in here and nipped out just as quick as he pleased. Do you have any idea who was underneath that monster mask? Sorry, mate. It all happened so fast. It was a kid. That's all I can tell you. Great. You guys, weren't you paying attention? Seriously? Near the table where Dorothy kept the books she wanted to buy is a muddy footprint, pointing towards the door. Muddy footprint. Hey, look, Stakaze. Remember it rained just after we left the Phaeton Club? After we left. Oh, yes. Anyone who came back to the book sale after it rained would leave muddy footprints. This footprint must be the thief's. Okay. It's a print of a snake, a pretty small one too. Oh my god, it's a new girl. The new girl can run. Probably. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is so new. Okay, Griff, I'm so sorry for suspecting you. I shouldn't have. Griff Jones said he was coming here to watch the match. If he can prove he's been here all along, we can remove him from our list of suspects. Oh, the stadium is really crowded, Stakaze. It's hopeless to try to find anyone. Griff could well be here among all these people. We have no way of proving whether he is or isn't. Good grief, that's tough. It's not grief anyway. It's fine. How did this happen? You just opened a new list of possibilities in the middle of a game. Jackpot, Stakaze. I remember some of our suspects saying they might go to Covent Garden. Here are the 2 of them now, Kelly Apgood and Grace White. Okay. Well, we've been all over these shops. Twice now, probably. And 3 times to the cool places, right, Kelly? What? We haven't even been to the Chippy yet. That's the clueless place of all. What is the Chippy? Okay. Come on, you two, I'm famished. Have you guys been shopping all this time? Did you buy anything? Yes, shopping. I don't think we've bought anything yet. Although we are still looking for some nice tennis shoes. Just have a look at ours and you'll see why. Both Kelly and Grace are wearing worn sneakers. They both have rather small feet. We've just come from the book sale. Someone stole a book there. Have you seen anyone else who was at the sale? No, I don't think so. We've been with Nigel ever since he picked us up outside the Phaeton Club. Okay, maybe it's not you. That's right, and you haven't let me stop to have a bite to eat yet. Come on, let's pop by that chippy. If it's not you... Rebecca? Rebecca. Who is Rebecca again? Rebecca or... Rebecca. Okay. That must be Rebecca's dad's shop over there, Stakaze. Locksmith's shop. Cool, it's a candy store. Cool, that's right. Look, Stakaze. Uh-oh. This novelty has Frankenstein mask in the window. A sign on the door says Puck's Gag and Costume Shop. See our other stores in Covent Garden, the Embarcadero, I don't know, Chelsea and Camden Town. I guess this Frankenstein mask can be bought all over London. Any one of us suspects might have picked one up. Uh-oh. Locke's Sweet Shop has a... Locke's Sweet Shop has a large closed today sign hanging on the inside of the door. Bummer, we must have missed them. I was really hoping to get a bag of those chocolate buttons while we were here. I love English candy. Oh well. Oh no. No. Okay, we're going to solve this, I think. Let's look through. Alright, first we're going to look at our suspects. Is it Rebecca? Rebecca, don't do this. Seriously? Is it Rebecca? It probably is, isn't it? I'm sorry, I have to do this. Rebecca Locke said she has to leave the book sale to help her dad out at his shop on Queen Street. But her dad... Wow, that's a lot of pages. The shop, it's closed today. She can run. Muddy sneaker print. The thief's sneakers are pretty small. I don't know. I suppose I need one. Yes, okay. And one more. In order to publish this. Rebecca, anything else? Oh, there's so much to choose from. Just give her some money to buy new sneakers or tennis shoes. It doesn't really have anything to do with it, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I'll be back when I have the right answer. Oh, do I need the British Library clue? Fine. Fine, I'll do it. There are just so many hints. That a young lady, alright? Then, I don't know. Okay, only a young lady would know that it's original. Okay. This and this, please. Oh, wow. Okay. Right, now point out the person you think must have stolen the rare book. There was way too many things to choose from.
You got it!
You got it, Stakaze. Rebecca Locke was the person behind the Frankenstein mask. We knew that whoever boldly stole the book out from under P.C. Bartbrook's nose knew exactly what he or she was looking for. They grabbed the valuable book right out of Dorothea's pile. Since we knew that only 4 people had the opportunity to see where the book was, leave the Phaeton Club, then come back in disguise to steal it, we were able to use the process of elimination to figure out who the best suspect was. When we first met Dorothea at the Phaeton Club, no one knew that the Frankenstein book was valuable, but Dorothea suspected that it might be, and so did someone else. We took off for the British Library and learned that Frankenstein's book was actually one of the first copies ever printed. But someone else had learned that too. Mr. Snake told us that the books we needed had already been looked at by a young lady. When we got back to the Phaeton Club, Dorothea told us about the theft, and we found a muddy footprint that the thief left behind. The print was made by a small sneaker. We knew that Kelly and Rebecca at least were both wearing sneakers today, but when we caught up with Kelly, it turned out that she and Grace both had ironclad alibis that had been shopping with Nigel since they left the book sale. We could eliminate Griff Jones too because he had very big feet and also couldn't have been the young lady that Mr. Sneak mentioned. That leaves only one suspect, who had the opportunity to steal the book and also matched up with the clues we'd collected. Rebecca Locke. Oh my god, that was difficult. There was way too many clues to give, and they wanted specific ones. The theft of a seemingly worthless old book was forged today by Eagle-Eye Detective Stakaze Gamer and Jake Eagle. This book is actually a first edition of the classic story, Frankenstein. Jake said, the young person who stole the valuable copy from the book sale has been released to her parents by the police. Yes. By unanimous agreement, the book has been turned over for auction to collectors, and all proceeds will benefit London's Learning to Read Society. Kelly and Grace is here. Alright, okay. Too bad for you though, you can't get the book, Dorothea. Alright, so that was pretty interesting. There were like twists in the plot, there's like plot development that was just new, I think, maybe. So until the next episode, let's see what is the next mystery, okay? So the next case is Case of the Pirate Prank, and so until the next time, thank you for watching and goodbye.